EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go between the Mexico City Golden Eagles taking on the Pioneers of San Antonio. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line. And he goes down right there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
When you look at this defense, into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. This is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Donald Pearl, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pioneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing, Cook. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Mexico City first down.
Now Cook. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Cook goes down. Jalen Walker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And he was looking for the check out bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Penix. Hard throw, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete to right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second and 5. Operating from the gun, Cook. He finds his man complete. That's Hammond. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Golden Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Penix working out of the gun here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And touchdown! Kyle Pitts, 64 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Golden Eagles 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off-play action. Cook looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cook eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cook. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Cook. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Cook. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Golden Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning.
To the air, Penix. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, and that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Coup now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Pioneers 21, Golden Eagles 14. Younghoe Koo.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Hartman on the return. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Cook. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Cook. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Solano. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Cook. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Golden Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Penix. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Looking to throw, Penix. Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Hardman to return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cook. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That is caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
19-18. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21.
But it's fourth down.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Cook throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw with Penix. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, they've worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they have regained the lead.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On first down, they'll stay right on the ground. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From midfield now on second down. Cook. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
13 yards.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
From the 32-yard line now, here's Sam.
Out of the gun. They'll look to the middle, complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mexico City.
A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Golden Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As you'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And 17.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a toss play for Wright. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Third down and 13. Looking to throw. Cook. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. Escaping a tackle at the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily... mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a San Antonio.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. He had a man open, but missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
On the return, they'll take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in San Antonio. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing, Cook. That's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Golden Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
That's out wide here for Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
10 more yards.
10 more there and another first down.
San Antonio, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Penix. And he's got it. Touchdown! Donald Parham with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Pioneers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The offense will
try and throw with Penix. Flush to his right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Damone Clark.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Cook. Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
It's a gain of
one play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cook. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Cook. Wright's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jalen Wright, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
42, Pioneers 33.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson, 65 yards. And the Pioneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The extra point is good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
On 2nd and 10, Cook flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense, the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of
If you're
3.
looking for glory,
Brings
looking to
up
get your name in the
2nd and
headlines,
7.
you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. It's gotta have it time. 4th and 9. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give this to Wright, running right.
Jalen Wright, the ball carrier. The tackle by Jalen Walker. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Cook. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have the first down. And even with the 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this nearly all the way down now. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Golden Eagles are able to stretch out their lead.
The kicker on.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock.
49. Pioneers 40.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To the air, Penix. London holds this one in. He's across midfield. And finally brought down at the 38.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do when they start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And looking to throw, Penix. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
19, Tiger, 70 rings, 18, 18.
Now Penix. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
That's good for
Penix to the air once more. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Mikey,
looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Miller. And out of bounds right around the 20.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
15-yard loss, and it's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Cook escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Mexico City, a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.